Alrighty. Thanks for coming, guys. It is the new year. Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah,
Happy New Year.
So the usual agenda, I think that's been the same for the last 2 years, maybe.
Wait a minute, we haven't done this to you.
Actually, this is the 24th month, I'll say. It was 2 years ago that we met the EOC
Right.
and said, this is great. This is great. We're gonna come. And then COVID hit, and we're like, well, that was good for one whole meeting. But anyway. So I got the digital workshop that all you guys all attend, so that's not really an announcement. I want to talk about that later. We'll discuss the local nets we talked about. Jim said he's got the nets for January, so we'll do the HF net on 3976 plus or minus at 8:30 on Thursday and the 1st and 3rd. Still need, I mean, thanks to Smiling Jim for doing net control, but if someone wants to step up and do net control, let us know. It's not that difficult. It's easier than the repeater, I imagine, because you don't have to wait for the Roger tones. So, it freaks me out sometimes. You'll call me, I'll be like, I'm waiting for the squelch tails. Like, oh wait, never mind.
right. Yeah. Yeah, let it reset.
Yeah, let it reset. Let me let it drop. What? Anyway, so the other nets, the statewide phone net. Oh, sorry, statewide phone net. I haven't been on that one. Every month I threaten to change this. It's a 5 o'clock during the winter, so it's 5 o'clock now. I checked in a few times, but I haven't in the last couple weeks. The Northeast District WinLink net, it's the same 4 people. I'm about to cancel that thing because it's kind of pointless to have the same 4 or 5 people. I mean, I'm not getting on you guys for not participating or anything. This time I'm not. It's like, this is pointless. I haven't really even checked in like the last 3 weeks because it's the same people. And one of them, one of them's not checking in anymore because last I heard he was in the hospital. So,
Oh, good Lord.
So I'm probably just going to cancel that one, but I'll do it for the month of January at least. I'll reply every month and just say we're not doing anymore. Please check in the statewide WinLink net, which is the KX4 MAT at 3 o'clock. So you guys been checking into that one at all?
Nope.
No.
I have a couple of times, but not recently.
Tisk.
Well, I got on the radio for the first time this morning and for a while, and I didn't get much done because I had wood to haul. But I intend to do better. That's my resolution.
Was it the road to hell is paved with good intentions, Rick?
Did
I've been on this road for a long time, Darren.
It's a long road, though, luckily.
Did Russ pass out on us?
I'm here.
He's
Okay.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
under the table.
I'm not there. I'm here, but I'm not there.
He's still hiding from the snow, threat of snow from Sunday night. By the way, 82 degrees at the house on Saturday and snow flurries Sunday night. What's up with that? Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that. All right, here's some real announcements. So we got the state ARES meeting has been canceled. Well, I think it's been rescheduled. I said canceled here. COVID numbers are just spiking again as usual. It happens last year about this time, if I remember correctly. So they decided to push that off a bit, which is kind of related to the last thing down there, the expansion digital workshop, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So we had an election, quote unquote, for the ARES section manager last year, and Jim, what's Jim's last name? Can't remember. It's the K9 APD, I think is his call. He took over. He was the only one running, so he was just appointed the section manager. And then he decided he had for personal reasons, he had to step away. So David Benoist, AG4ZR, who was the previous section manager, is back. So he's been appointed the section manager. So just want to make sure you guys were aware of that. If you see David out there and you think, wait, wasn't he the former one? Well, he's the current one again. So so we got the Dalton Ham Fest. That's still going to go on 26th February. I'm planning on being there. I don't think I have anything.
I have secured us a table under the club call sign.
Perfect. So I'll probably just be outside the whole time. So I guess it depends if it's the cold Ham Fest or the rainy Ham Fest or the icy Ham Fest. I probably won't go. But no, but it's a good one if you've never been. I think everyone here has been multiple times. So see the ARL email about the Agriculture Improvement Act of 2018. Did you guys see that one? That's the one where the Forestry Commission can actually start charging. So call all your federal representatives, right? Contact them, let them know that's terrible and you're going to lose that. I emailed that over to Lorraine because there was I don't know if everyone was on there, but someone sent it to Pete and Pete sent it to Renee and me, I think, saying basically this is going to be $1,400 a year for him to have the 443-100 repeater up on Black Mountain, which is like, well, that's terrible. So I sent that to Lorraine. I'm like, can you help out? So she's looking to see what she can do. I don't know to what extent we need to go for that, but thinking something simple like declare it an emergency asset or something to that effect.
Well, I understand the wording is commercial towers, commercial things, and this is certainly not commercial.
Yeah, so I was reading over it today actually, and the word commercial does come up a lot. So nothing about all, right? Nothing about all towers. So
Right.
maybe not, but let's still all call our representatives at the federal level and make sure that they can get some clarity and can clarify that. Something 6 gap won't happen without that, basically, or it won't happen as it is without the 443-100. That is an important asset for us during big storms, because the 843, what did I say? 835 is what I meant to say. I don't know why I said 843. The 835 repeater might be linked to the Southeast weather net, and so that would be how we would, I say we, everyone but Smiley can communicate through the 443-100.
Well, most of the time I can hit it, and about half the time I can receive it.
Okay, all right. Still, it's an asset that a lot of us can use and will use, so it's something we need to help Pete protect, I guess. So also want to talk about expansion of the digital workshop on the 4th Tuesday there. That's related to the first one, right? So part of this, the state ARES meeting has been rescheduled or canceled or whatever. Part of that is Renee and I had a long phone call with Frank, our SEC, and you guys met Frank, you know him. If you've ever been on the phone with him, it's just get ready for 2 or 3 hours, because that's about the soonest you'll get off with him.
Wow.
So we
You'll
talked
talk-
to him on
You'll talk as long as you'll listen, huh?
as long as you'll listen. But he's a smart guy. He's been doing ham radio a long time. It's really great to listen to him. So we talked to him. He called us about the state meeting. And one of the things we talked about is replacing that with periodic training maybe throughout the year. So instead of, because one thing we talked about is have a virtual state meeting where you would have all these Zoom calls, but it's like, oh, why don't you just break that up over the year, right? So over the course of 12 months, have all these classes, repeat them as needed. So I kind of want to get everyone's input on this before I destroy that 4th Tuesday, because there's only so many Tuesdays in the month and they're all taken right now. Tuesdays, I would like to give a more maybe statewide, I'll say, level digital course, maybe an evolving thing. I don't have a curriculum or anything built up yet, But I like to take that for Tuesday and turn that digital workshop Tuesday into more of an in-depth training or ongoing training. What do you guys think about that?
That sounds fine, but don't we have another Tuesday that is vacant?
Well, there is the second Tuesday, which is actually the Cleveland Club meeting.
Okay,
Yeah. Some of us still belong to that organization.
Yeah, I don't right now.
It,
They
As
have
far as-
failed to elect members, so officers is what I meant to say. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe that second Tuesday is where we need to put this training, but anyway, we'll see how that goes over there.
we get a lot of good out of that digital workshop, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've gotten a lot of
And
things accomplished.
And I agree. That's why I wanted to ask you guys, because we have and we still are, right, getting a lot done. And the format may even be the same. It may just be a lot of, not, I say a lot of other people are invited. But, you know, last time we tried that, I think we got a whopping 0 people actually showed up from the district. So, you know, it may be just a, well, we're doing our part. We invited you, but you didn't show up type thing. But, you know, we can try it out and see. Actually, that second Tuesday, well, let's see how that Cleveland Club works out, because, you know, that's next week and there's no president over there, so I don't see how there's going to be a meeting. But
well, I don't think,
we may-
what's his name's gonna give up until we get somebody, so. Craig,
Oh, Craig? We'll see. We'll have to see.
although his plate's awful full, so, you know.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, so let's think about it. It won't be until next month that we would change anything. So we'll have the digital workshop this month and the last week, the 4th Tuesday of January, and then we can figure it out from there.
Oh, sorry.
Anything else from you guys? You guys got anything else coming up that you know of?
We're gonna have any kind of exercise this month or next
Yeah.
month?
Yeah, we'll do one this month. I got a slide on it up here. So it says November, that should be December. We had 58 hours in December. We had that one digital exercise, did we? I can't remember. Yeah, we did. Yeah, the one, the HF one. Then we had some EOC radio work and the county tabletop. That was pretty successful, that we'll talk about here later. So hours were down, but it's December. I mean, I think everyone's hours are down in December. It's December.
How do you
So-
want us to report our work, what we're doing to get ready for those things? Does our study times count or anything like that?
Oh yeah, anything related to ARES. So if you need to go buy a new antenna for your Go kit, that includes your time to go find one, to go purchase one. I mean, I don't think we'll count transit time in the mail or anything, but you know, your setup time once you get it, you know, your configuration time, all that counts. So if you have that, if we do meetings like this, like today, I'll write everyone down as starting at 7, and whenever we end, I'll put them down. But if we have an exercise that I'll say 9 to 12, if you did an hour's worth of work before that to set up, then let me know and I'll put an extra hour in there for you. So
You could always count on an hour because it takes that long to get everything together and put it in the truck and all that.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's why we talk about mobilization and demobilization instead of like when you left or when you got there, right?
Yeah,
So when you started loading your truck is when you start the clock for that day.
right.
So, and when you got home and unloaded is when you should.
Well, we didn't think of that, but you're right.
Yeah, I mean, these are. So, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't matter, but I mean, this is just a habit we should get into to be accurate. So
So you just want us to email you a list of times And
Yeah, I mean, we
Okay.
don't have a system right now that you can record that yourself. So I just have a spreadsheet that for every event, I just put everyone's participation time in, and then it automatically
okay,
totals it up for me. So,
well, I've been working on my little call card, so I'll put some of that time down for you.
okay. Alrighty. That's a good question, though. I'm glad we need to bring that up every month instead of every 3 or 4 months. Make sure we have time recorded accurately. All right. So another EOC update. Let's see, last time we met, as I think we all talked about this already because we did the digital workshop, but the official ARES group meeting was after we set up the radio, but before the tabletop exercise. But we did get back in there for the tabletop exercise, which we'll talk about here in a second. We did more contacts there, FM repeater and simplex, WinLink via gateway and peer-to-peer, and we had the D-Star. So thanks to Smiley again for camping out on Bisky for how long? Many hours waiting for us. So we did have some missing cables that I think we have them. They were like, $12 or something. So I was like, here, I'll buy it. I ain't worried about it. So that will allow us to set up the radio more almost properly. Right now it's got a detachable face on it, and right now it's on the radio and it's just mounted underneath. I got a picture of it maybe here in a second. But we want to put that underneath the main body of the desk and with the head up here, so we got those cables that we need. There is a county laptop available that I have not seen that supposedly we can use for WinLink up there. We're gonna get some wall maps and a cork board, and then the usual office supplies, post-it notes, pens, paper, pile of 214 forms so that when you're in the EOC, you can actually just fill out your 214 right there. Things like that. So I'm going to work on having this meeting in February at the EOC, if everyone's comfortable with that. And that, of course, depends on these COVID numbers. If it's ridiculous, then we're just going to have it here. But we'll try, because I mean, we need to get back in there, right? We need everyone to see the radio and sit down and see the station and give input. We don't need to operate the station in a vacuum. So we'll see what we can do on that one. Anything you want to add, Russ, since you've seen it a couple times?
Well, I think it's going to work out good. I mean, we didn't get that head mounted, did we?
Here, the whole thing is mounted underneath.
Yeah.
Actually, I have it right here.
Yeah. Well, there was a problem with that, wasn't there? I can't
Yeah.
remember.
So this cable right here, right, which looks like an RJ11, like a phone jack, is a phone jack on that
That's
end.
right.
It's a
That's
micro
right.
on this one.
Yeah.
This end is, instead of having 6 pins, it's 4 pins, and it's really narrow. I've never even seen anything like that before. So that cable I picked up is actually this cable, but it's like 11 feet. So the head will sit right here as it is, as you see it, but the body, which is behind the radio right now, will be
down
underneath this.
Yeah.
So we got a signal link going. Obviously, here's the data cable for packet. And you can't plug it in when the head's on it like this, because the port is on the body right behind the head. So we need to get it separated. But it'll work fine once we get that cable in there. This power supply was just one I had sitting around. If you guys have a decent power supply that you want to part with and would like to donate to the cause, that would be awesome. This one, I'm not too sure of why it was sitting there collecting dust. I think it had some RF noise in it last time Renee used it for 6 gap. So she wanted to get rid of it, or she got a new one to replace it, but it's fine. It delivers enough power. I think it might have some noise, but I didn't detect any. So I don't know. Did you hear any noise when you were talking to us, Smiley?
No.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's probably fine.
Have we procured any working money?
No, I don't.
Have we tried to?
No. So ARES itself has absolutely zero money, It
I'm
has,
talking about the county.
oh, the county? So the county, we can ask for stuff and get it, right? So like
Yeah.
these cables we talked about, Lorraine's like, give me the model number, I'll buy it. And I'm like, it's just faster for me to get it $12.
I don't think it would be too much to ask for a decent power supply.
So, oh, that's true. That's valid. So if you are taking this picture, you turn around and looked at the wall behind you, there is a mobile radio with an Astron ARES 35, I think, on right there. So I was like, oh, that's a better power supply than I got. So,
And that's what I use at RS-35.
oh, I got two of them sitting right over there. So yeah, it's good stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's valid. Maybe they have an extra one, or we can rig something up to share that bus between the two radios. That's a good point. Have to remember that one. And here's a nice picture of David and Russ working hard. I think they spotted me taking a picture and they decided to do something.
Yeah, I can tell David's working real hard right there.
He's holding the cable.
Are those chairs out of the meeting room?
No, those were in the radio room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's 3 or 4. So here's a good picture of the desk. I don't know if you guys can remember 2 years ago, but this is, let's see. If you're the photographer of this picture, there's a door to your right, and that goes out to the main EOC meeting room where we all had the meeting, right? The big table with the nice chairs. So that means Lorraine's office is actually, if you go out the door and take a left, it's actually right across from this window right here is Lorraine's office. And then back on the other side here is another big meeting room. So we are right in the middle of everything, but we have, I'll say our own room, even though it's shared with, they have, like during emergencies, a 911 person will be there, not an operator, you know, because they have to be secured and away from everyone, but hey, someone with the 911 center will be monitoring stuff from this room as well. And that's a pretty big room, actually. How big do you think that room is, Russ? I'm terrible at distance.
Probably, I'd say 12 by 12.
I think it's bigger than that, but yeah.
Might be 15 by 15. I don't know. I'd just say 12 by 12. Yeah.
It's a significant size. It's a good size.
Well,
So
12 by 12 is a small bedroom.
yeah, it's at least that big.
I mean, that's what our bedroom is here is 12 by 12. Of course,
Yeah.
we only have 1,000 feet total.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be crowded whatsoever. If we put 3 or 4 people in there and they put 2 people, there's plenty of room for everyone in there.
What about the refrigerator?
I
And the
know, right?
margarita machine.
So again, if you're the photographer, 2 rooms that way is the break room. So it's a big break room too. You heard stories last time about the 50 feet of coax cable. There's the 50 feet of coax wound up on top of the
Oh yeah.
desk right there. When we were there for the tabletop exercise, Russ actually just clipped it off at an appropriate length. So speaking of the tabletop exercise, so we did do that on the 16th. It was a countywide exercise with the new county manager. There's probably 30 or 40 people there, I imagine. Nah, 20 or 30 people there. That included the National Weather Service. They came up. The sheriff was there. The 911 center was there. The city manager, county manager, of course, Chief Wimpy and Lorraine were there. We were lucky is Lorraine was able to drag me into the main room with all the managers and the directors, and I was able to give a 5-minute spiel on WinLink and how awesome it is, and told them a story of Hurricane Irma in White County where the tower went down. The only way to get signal out was through WinLink. And they're like, ooh. So I think we made a really great impression on them. And Lorraine many times has emailed or talked to me and said that we did really well for it, and really well with the exercise, and we will definitely be invited back. So the next time, what I want to do. So the next time, what I want to do when we do another tabletop, which could be soon, I don't really know though, a couple months probably, is I want to get this coordinated and like just run an exercise that day, all day. or all morning or however long that tabletop lasts, and keep the door propped open and turn the radio up so you can hear the rah, 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 and all the talking and stuff like that, so they know that we're there and know what we're doing. So anything else you want to add, Russ, to the exercise, that
Hey,
tabletop?
why don't we coordinate a state wide ARES event at the same time?
Actually, you know what, it wouldn't be too much to do a district wide one, right? We can get Hall
Yeah.
County, Forsyth County, White County, Union County. We can get all those guys online at the same time and see if we can make contact amongst all the EOCs. I mean, that would make an amazing presentation to managers, right?
That would be exciting.
Yeah, that really would. That really would.
Because you really have somebody real to talk to.
Yeah, we can actually send traffic and have it bounce around and come back to us, and that would be awesome. That'd be awesome. All right, any questions on that tabletop exercise then?
Well,
Smiley disappeared. I'll wait for him to come back.
okay.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to bring it up. You talked about that map you made last year. Well, I'm
Yeah.
not on it, so I just want to let you know.
Okay, well, all right. Send me where you live.
Oh, get over to the left for just a minute.
Okay,
Everyone's gone. We're just gonna wait here for a second, Rick.
okay.
Yeah, just wherever you want the pin. If you want it on your house, I can put it there. If you want it at close to intersection, I can put it there too, but I'll put it on there.
I'll put it on the house. It's
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
No, you're probably good on QRZ then, right? I can find it.
Yeah,
I can get it
it's on the
there.
QRZ.
Yeah. Because we don't need like your exact location. We just need to know like you're over here, right? So if something happens there, we know who to call. Let's get Smiley back in here. And he's back.
Damn internet.
Windstream.
Where's David tonight?
I don't know. I wish he was here because I'm going to volunteer him for all sorts of stuff here in a second.
Oh,
Jim told me he was going to be here.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if anybody's texted me.
maybe you need to call and wake him up.
Yeah, I don't have any texts or anything, so no emails I can see. Anyway, so any questions on the tabletop exercise there? I think everyone is involved except for Rick. I mean, we got 4 whole people here. All right, let's talk about the January exercise.
22nd, okay.
January 22nd. So I literally made this date up. I mean, I know it exists and it's a Saturday. I just sort of went, oh, that's a Saturday. That's fine. Hope it's good for everyone. We'll do it at 9 a.m. It's at home again after the rousing success that we had with our HF exercise last month.
It wasn't Home Alone. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Home again.
Yeah, at home again. That's another movie. I don't know. So this time we're just going to focus on relaying messages, right? So we're going to talk about 213s and we'll talk about liaison stations. You guys remember the ICS 213 form that I keep telling you we need to use, but we haven't really used?
That's right.
Guess what? We're going to use them this time.
Uh-oh.
Can anyone remember what a liaison station is?
Yeah. Gotta remember how to print them out.
I don't know that I ever knew.
What a liaison station is?
Sounds pretty self-explanatory, but I don't know.
The joke about I can't remember what scientist it was always the subject of, but some famous scientist would drive around the country giving a speech, and had the same driver driving him everywhere. And one day the driver said, "I've heard this speech so many times I could probably give it." And so he's like, "All right." The next guys never met me, so they don't know who I am. So the driver goes up and gives the presentation on this deep scientific matter. And he's taking questions at the end. And he takes some questions, but he's like, "That's such a stupid question. I'm gonna ask my driver to answer that one."
Yeah.
Anyway, so liaison station, we usually talk about that when it has to do with nets, right? So if you have, say, a widespread disaster, we would have like a Lumpkin County ARES net, and then there would also be maybe a Northeast District net or a statewide net, and there'd be a station designated as the liaison between the two, so they're on both nets at the same time, right? So we don't need everyone. We don't need our whole group on the state net, because if we did that, there'd just be 700 people on the state net, and that's stupid, right? You get nothing done that way. So the idea is a liaison station will take all the traffic and pass it on to the other net, right? In this case, we're talking about, we can do things such as we can pass peer-to-peer messages around each other. And we can have one station be the liaison to the WinLink network. So I can say, "Hey, Smiley, send David, the number of cots in the blah, blah, blah," right? And so you can send that to him via peer-to-peer, and then he can actually generate that information, put it into a WinLink message, and send it via the normal WinLink through a gateway, right? So
Okay.
so that's kind of what we talked about last month, or in the last month on several of these meetings about, the EOC only has packet capabilities, but if we can get packet to, say, Smiley's house, then he can use HF to get the message out to the world, right? So it's kind of the same deal here, is we can pass these 213s around amongst each other, and then have a designated liaison station, or maybe two, to actually send it to other people outside of our exercise. That's a pretty real world thing that will happen, right? So if you've taken the EC 10, was that EC 101? Is that the emergency communications course from ARL? They talk about things such as this, and so we will do something like that. So we'll start at 9 again, and it says done by noon. I think we'll probably, depending on the frustration level, we'll probably be done by 11. So I think at this point, everyone will have HF WinLink capabilities. Smiley.
Yep.
So we should be able to actually pass traffic around to each other. So might do some injects this time. I don't want to ask Renee because she's ruthless when it comes to injects, but I'll just make up something. I'll send you a peer-to-peer message that says, "Oh, your coax got run over by a lawnmower. You have a replacement for it," or whatever. Or the favorite one is, "The fuse blew in your radio. Do you have an extra fuse for your radio?" I don't.
Oh, we better have one at the EOC then.
Yes, sir. Correct. These are the things we need to think about over time and improve, right? We're not going to have a perfect station day one. It's going to be an evolving thing, and we'll just get better over time. That's why we should probably have a second power supply, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What, a second radio? I got a pile of radios over there that would be perfect for the EOC. I can bring up there. So anyway, well, that's the point of injects, right? Is to exercise you during the exercise for things you don't think about. So hopefully we can keep them practical and not like, the airplane crashed into a train on a bridge over the interstate and took down and set the entire southern half of Georgia on fire. I mean, it's pretty impractical, but
Wow.
Could happen. Anyway, does the date work for everybody?
Yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, I'll do the usual. Send out the IAP and with all the forms and stuff sometime this week, hopefully. Like I said, I wish Dave was here, so I'm gonna volunteer him to run this thing. So I'm still gonna do it. He's just not gonna be here to know. I have to tell him later. Anyway,
That's what, you weren't here at the meeting, so we just don't nominate you to run it. That's right.
well, we go back to Frank Dean, the SEC. That's one of the things he says all the time is, I was at this meeting and I went away to the bathroom and came back and I had 5 titles.
Yeah. State coordinator. That's right.
So, all right, so I want to change it up a little bit because I guess the same format of these exercises might be a little boring. So for February, if you have any ideas on a format change, let me know. That could be things like I was thinking like the death race is probably going to come up in into March again. So maybe February we all meet at the Bull Mountain parking lot again.
Mhm.
That might
Oh, yeah.
that might be something.
Yeah, as long as it's not snowing, okay.
Hey, nope, doesn't matter. You better put your truck in 4-wheel drive and get up there. So we'll convince Jim not to take his Camaro this time, though.
Oh, man, yeah.
If you have any ideas on what you'd like to do for these exercises, let me know, because I'm just usually these exercises come about because I'm at work and go, oh man, we need an exercise, and I just sort of write something down and I deal with it later. So they're not very well thought out, so they're pretty repetitive, but I don't want to get too boring. So just let me know.
By the way, do you do JSA call all the time?
I haven't done it in a while, but yeah, I've done it a lot.
You know, my Yaesu 897 wasn't putting out any power on upper sideband, but I had to put in packet before it put power.
Yeah, so on that, you had to put it in packet or digital?
Digital packet, yeah.
Yeah, so on that, you should have 2 modes, packet and digital. And what
Yeah,
that,
well, that's the same. It says PKT/DIG.
okay, so you got both. So my 857 has 2 different ones, right? It's digital mode
yeah.
and packet mode. Depends on what you want to do. And what that does really is it sets the input of the audio, right?
Well, it
So
wasn't putting out any power transmitting until I put it in that mode instead
Yeah.
of upper sideband.
so if you're in upper sideband, it's expecting the audio into the mic jack.
Okay.
If you're in digital mode, it's expecting the audio into the jack.
Okay. Okay. I got
Right?
you.
So it's keying up, right?
Yeah,
just
keys
put it
up
down.
fine. It keys up fine, but yeah, I wasn't getting any messages through in the upper sideband, so I put it in a packet. Now, people are reading the heartbeat, but I don't know about. I haven't sent a message yet. So
If the heartbeat gets out, that's it, right? That is a message. So
all right.
so that's actually that's a good one. I struggled with that a little bit on mine. It's like, why isn't this? I mean, it's keying up, but I don't hear anything. Nothing's coming out. And that's what it was. You had to change the mode so that it's taking the audio in the back.
Okay, I got you. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So you want to do some JS8 call? We can do that.
Gosh, I'm not even rigged up for it right yet.
Hey, not right now, but
We can do it later. Yeah.
yeah, maybe that's the February exercise.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Just do, because that's some freeform typing, right? And we can do some practice sessions before then, like the digital workshop at the end of the month. I would do that.
Yeah, if you tell me in advance, I'll set it up. We'll do it.
Yeah. All right. Remind me of that, because that sounds like
Who's the expert on JS8 call so I can call when I get mine set up?
Well, the guy who authored it lives in Roswell.
Lawrenceville. Okay, wow.
Oh, look.
I mean, which one of you 3?
Oh. Well,
I mean, you can call me. I just tell. All I know is how the steps to set it down, where you can put it in the software.
it's super easy.
Okay.
It's easier than WinLink, put it that way.
It is the easiest of all the digital modes to get set up and working, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, I had it set up once and Paul set it up on my laptop, but he's over in Germany, so I haven't been able to call him.
When's he coming back?
I think he's supposed to be back in the next week or so.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I thought he said mid-January or something like that. He was coming back.
Yeah, something like that. If they let him out of the country.
Yeah, true. That's true.
I would be glad to let him out of the country.
Let's see. All right, so let me write that down somewhere. I say I'm gonna write it down, I'm not gonna write it down. JS8 call for February, so get that, get familiar with that, and that's, like I
Yeah.
said, it's super easy, man. It's the easiest thing in the world, so.
Can you send a form on it? You can't, can you?
No.
So all you can do is really talk,
All
basically.
you can do is, yeah, it's just keyboard type.
Yeah.
It does have one feature that's pretty cool, is as groups. So you can have say a Lumpkin County ARES group, for example.
Yeah.
You have to go and configure that in the software, and you can actually send a message to the group, right?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Which is, it's pretty cool. That way you can filter out all the noise that's going on, because there's always something on there, because it's also the FT8 frequency. It's the same one, right? So it's always busy. So anyway, we can talk about those at the digital exercise, but yeah, I'll send something out to you for February on that.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Awesome. Or maybe we just have a working session one day, like one Wednesday night or something. Just to do
Okay.
this.
I'm up for that.
I don't know.
Or do you do it on, well, we don't have any Tuesdays, do we?
Yeah, we ran out of Tuesdays.
Gotta wait every 4th month so we can have that 5th Tuesday to do. Yeah, we gotta change. No one wants Monday. I mean, Mondays are always open, but no one wants to have Monday meetings, I don't think.
I mean, I can do
I
Monday.
don't know. I always think Monday's Tuesday, so I'm
Well, let's do Mondays then.
Yeah, I can do Monday because I don't have anything on Monday.
All right, well, that's good, because Wednesday is usually like state and ARES meetings for us, and then Thursday is nets, right?
Right.
So no one wants to do Friday, no one wants to do Saturday. The Sunday night net for Gateway, I haven't even been on that in several weeks. So Monday seems to be the logical addition to anything. So maybe we'll do that.
Yeah. Well, I put up an 80-meter loop this week. It took all week.
It took all week.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta go over, shoot lines over trees, and then shoot over the next tree, and it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then make sure that you're not running into any limbs in the middle. So I had to shoot line over and shoot line over for the pulley. It's just crazy. But anyway, I got it up. It
That's
worked pretty
good.
good.
How long was it? 130 feet?
It's well, the one I put up is about 270 feet.
270. Good gravy, Bill.
Yeah, it's resonant on 3.9.
I bet it is.
Yeah,
That's
it works good. So it's fed with ladder line. So there's really zero loss.
yeah. There you go. Now, how close is the feed point? Not feed point. What's the right term?
Well, it's up 50 feet. And then I've run that 50 feet of line and then an extra about 100 feet to the shack. So it's 150 feet of line
Mm-hmm.
of ladder line.
Yeah.
But it works great.
That's good. Get some pictures, man. Show us.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on the lot next door.
Well,
They've never built on it. So I borrowed it.
they won't even know it's there, even if they do.
No, they won't know. You can't even see it. But I tell you what, it's really quiet because it's away from the house a bit,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's off the corner of the house and out to the other lot. So less noise.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Anyway, yeah, it's up. And I had one for 160 before and it broke. So I said, man, I don't know if I want to put up another loop. But I finally said, I heard a loop a couple weeks ago, 80-meter loop from Oregon. I thought, I got to put one up.
Wow. That's good. I haven't put anything else up. I need to put another tower section up on the tower.
Yeah.
That was my intent, but then it rained for 4 or 5 days.
Oh yeah. But well, I was out there in the rain, in between rain showers. That's what,
Or,
and it was
yeah.
warm, nice and toasty.
Oh yeah, I wish it was there now because I need to do some work on that sawmill, Rick, but it's too cold.
I know.
Chilly out there.
I'm recuperating anyway.
Recoup, what did you do?
I fell down last week, kind of busted my knee and kind of hurt my hand and stuff, but it's all getting better.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you
That
guys.
daggone pavement comes up quick.
Did you trip over your ladder line or?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. You guys be careful.
Yeah.
See, every time Jim doesn't show up to things like this, I think he's fallen again.
Yeah, where is he, by the way?
I don't know.
He
I'm
told
gonna
me,
get this. I'm gonna get one of them inflatable suits that when you fall, you just bounce.
last time I talked to Jim, he said he would be
the
here.
Goodyear man, you know.
What'd you say, Smiley?
I said, last time I talked to Jim last week, he said he was gonna be here.
Oh, okay. He might have forgot.
Yeah. All right. You guys got anything else to add?
Oh,
I got a non-related question.
Go ahead.
There are two repeaters in Gainesville that are used. Which of the two is the one used most?
670.
670.
670?
Yep.
14670.
670, yeah. 146, 670, yeah. Yeah, I think it's minus 132. You have to look up the tone.
Okay. I was just adding some more repeaters to my mobile radios, and that's one of them I wanted to add.
So related to that, one thing I tasked David with is to be the keeper of the repeater list. That is like the chirp configuration file that everyone can import in to use. So
I've got one for over here, but it's not too up to date.
Yeah, well, we did a fresh one for the EOC radio because he's going to flash that guy. But we need to publish that out to everyone so we all have at least, we can actually have the list of the repeaters and the simplex frequencies in our radios. In a perfect world, we all have the same HT and it's configured the exact same way, but guess what? That's not a perfect world. We can get as close as we can though. So. Okay. Someone else has something too?
I was gonna mention, I've been messing around with WinLink. I was gonna send everybody a message every day or one day a week. So if you want to reply to it, you can. If not, I'll just keep doing it.
Hey man, that's fine. Do it.
Yeah, I just want to keep in practice because I got to change so many different things on that radio. And so I want to make sure I keep up to date on that.
All right, that's fine. If you guys just want to send each other WinLink messages throughout, it's just email. It's not like it's a resource drain or we have to pay 10 cents every time you send me a message, So, feel free, keep in practice. Worst case, you just make it go. That's all you really care about. If you can make the message leave your outbox, then you're successful. I don't even have to respond to it. Right? I mean, it's rude to not respond to it, but yeah.
I'll try to throw in an interesting anecdote anyway.
All right, I'm gonna have to run my next meeting, so
All right, Russ.
I'll say sayonara and we'll catch you
Good
guys.
night, Russ.
Good night, guys. Have a great evening.
You too. Thanks for coming.
Hey, you're welcome.
See you, Russ. All right. Unless you guys have anything else, then that's probably the end of it.
No. Did you get any snow, Smiley?
Not enough to measure. Just a dusting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
couldn't believe how quick the temperatures have been changing. Just up and down, up and down.
Yeah. It's like 50 degrees in 2 days. So here, let me go ahead and stop this recording. Where's the record? There it is. All right, stopping.